Hey guys, it's Mike here, and welcome to Dragon Ball Super Predictions, where I'm going to predict what will happen in the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super Episode 8, and what I think is going to be happening in that. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, at the end of Dragon Ball Super Episode 7, we were left off on another cliffhanger. At the end of the episode, after Beerus had taken out all of the different Z fighters, of course, as we saw in the movie, he slapped Bulma. And with that slap, just as in the movie, Vegeta freaked out and powered up in a rage to fight against Beerus. Naturally, we didn't end up seeing anything after he powered up, so of course we know that they're going to save that whole fight for this episode. So as we saw in the movie, we know what's really going to happen in this episode in regards to the fight. Vegeta is likely in his rage going to surpass Goku in power and attack Beerus. It's very likely that Beerus will keep his guard down as he did in the movie just to see what Vegeta is capable of. But of course in the end Vegeta will not be victorious, and Beerus will probably relent that he was not the Super Saiyan God before taking him out. As for the length of the fight, considering how Super has been padded out and extended thus far, I'm sure the fight will be even longer than it was in the movie. Will this actually help or hurt the fight itself? In many ways, I feel that it might diminish the fight, but of course all that matters is really the execution. But Vegeta snapping and going after Beerus and beating him down before blasting him seems like it would be a lot more logical than a long drawn-out fight with Vegeta's rage likely subsiding over time. But as we know, Vegeta will be defeated and will not be victorious just as he was in the movie, which will of course make way for the things that happen afterwards. In the next episode preview, we already got a glimpse of what exactly is going to happen after this. As we can see, Beerus is about to destroy the planet, however, then we see Oolong, and they say that Earth is in Oolong's hands. Of course, this is a reference to what happened in the movie, in the scene in which Beerus challenged Oolong to a match of rock, paper, scissors. Now, of course, this was not in the theatrical version of the film, but rather only in the extended edition. And to be honest, this was probably my least favorite scene in the entire film because it felt like it was out of place and it just dragged on far too long. So hopefully this scene doesn't go on as long as it did in the movie in this. However, I have a feeling that it'll probably go on even longer considering the current pacing of the series. So I might have to predict that in this case they're going to go for several rounds of rock, paper, scissors, and Beerus might just challenge him to a best 2 out of 3. In either case, as we also saw in the next episode preview, all of this is simply building up to when Beerus is about to destroy the planet and Goku finally shows up to save the day. And of course after that, as we all know, they summon the dragon and then we have them all figure out that the Super Saiyan God ritual is needed to bring out Super Saiyan God. However, I don't expect any of this to actually happen in the next episode. Rather, I think Goku showing up will probably end up being the cliffhanger ending. So the only thing of consequence that will likely happen in the next episode will be Vegeta powering up in his anger, surpassing Goku, and getting shut down by Beerus after a cool little fight. They'll then likely wait till the next episode to do Super Saiyan God, and then the episode after that will probably be the fight between Goku and Beerus, which might extend more than one episode. So it seems like the traditional thinking of Toei at this point in time is to devote a single episode to every key event of the movie. And unfortunately, this seems to be dragging everything out a little bit too much rather than expanding on things that we didn't actually see in the film. So hopefully from the next episode on, everything is going to ramp up and actually be far more exciting and allocates time far more properly. Because the last thing we really need to do is diminish what happened in the film even more in this series, and make people just want to go back and watch the film instead of watching this arc in future revisits. Well, my name is Mike, and this has been an episode of Dragon Ball Super Predictions. Tell me your own thoughts in the comments section, what you think will happen in the next episode, and what you'd like to see in the future of this series. Also, don't forget to check out my Ask FM, which will be in the description, if you have any other questions you'd like to ask. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
And you better subscribe!